G'day everybody and welcome to Dice It Up Gaming. Today I am going to unbox Gloomhaven's, let's see if I can get that out of the glare, Buttons and Bugs. This just rocked up. So basically Gloomhaven's just shrunk, so they obviously put it through the wash. It's a solo game. I'm eager to see it. It's meant to have minis in it, so I'm eager to see the tiny size of those. So I'll get this to the table and let's unbox it. Alright, so this is Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs. It is a pretty tiny box. It is a solo version of, I guess, Gloomhaven, or a similar one of Gloomhaven. Now the box is pretty good. It's like a glossy sort of feel to it. I'm intrigued on what is actually how big the minis are in here. They would be quite tiny. So hopefully the camera will pick them up. We've got a tiny rulebook. Very tiny rulebook. That's good. You can have a play along with dies. I think I pronounced that right. I notice there's a lot of games going that way, where you just download the app and then you can read it. It'll sort of follow along and you can learn how to play the game. Here's a very tiny rule book. So what I sort of vaguely remember from the crowdfunding is very similar to the Gloomhaven rules. So if you play Gloomhaven, then you should be able to pick this up pretty quick. That's a rulebook. With some cubes. They're not wooden, they're PVC. I presume they're PVC, they're plastic. They look plastic, feel plastic. That's those. I'll leave those till later. They're tiny as, that's your minis, they are tiny as. What have we got here? Get your dials. Interesting that they're double-sided. They're quite firm in there too, so they seem pretty good so far. Yeah, you get those dials where I don't know why there's a hole in that one. Maybe that's where you start it, maybe. I don't know. One got a hole? Oh yeah. Why's that got a hole? Alright, fair enough. Now when you normally click them together, the health dials, You get the odd one where it's that loose, you could it just spins when you hang on to it. These ones seem pretty good. I assume they're your health dials or something. Or something. Alright, so this is your die. It's a plus and minus die in a circle. You got 2 of each by the looks of it. Circle, circle, plus, plus, minus, and minus. And that's pretty tiny. Right. There's nothing else in the box. Don't know what these are. Oh, they're your push outs. Stick them up the right way. Here we are. Those. Those. Now, not too sure what these are. I'm guessing they're your monsters, maybe, or your. Oh, they might be your. There might be your character board. That one. Or that one. We've got here, so component list. I'm also noticing that some of the rule books, they're missing your components. So they're not telling you what you get in your... what comes in the box. I don't think this actually had anything. This one's not my first game. I'll tell you your components. Maybe it's got it written here. Alright, so you got sort of something here. You got 6 unique mercenaries, 8 double-sided ability cards, 22 scenario cards, 24 tokens, 10 double-sided monster stat cards featuring 20 distinct. So you get something there, but still. I'll deal with that. These are double dual layered. So sit out that in there and it sort of locks in. Nothing much on the back. I'm guessing that must be the hero. And these must be the monsters, maybe. And there's your plus minus. So I'm guessing you roll, and that's probably what your monster's going to be, what he's doing, and that's probably what the hero's going to be doing. I guess it saves out those cards that you had to pop out. Do you remember the cards you had to draw? If it's a success, double, or 1, or miss. I sort of forget what they're called. It's not this way. Here's your cards. So you've got quite tiny cards. Double-sided by the looks of it. You got an A and a B side. Might stick them together. I'm sure I'll get them mixed up. So you got an A and you got a B side. That's the A. Actually, you got a B and you got an A. That's why it's not looking too crash hot. Let's get it up a bit closer. There we are. few here. See if we can speed through it a bit. Pause them. Pause it. Take a look. Might help if I put it up the right way. Have a read. I'll have time stamps up there so we can skip to the best bits. I don't blame you. By all means, go for it. Skip away. Want to see the minis? There'll be his timestamp up there for the minis. Interested in the cards? I'll put it up here to let you know what these cards are. I'm guessing these are the hero cards. Don't know how you go from leveling up. These must be all high. They got the level 1 written there, so these are your level 1 cards. Wondering if there's more. So this must be, what's that? Bandit card. King button. These must be your enemy cards. So they probably go in there somehow. Go in like that. Where's that dice? And if you roll this, it sort of lets you know the initiative and probably what they're doing. That's the bandit. That's a king button, so they're double-sided as well. The artwork's pretty good. What's that one? Oh, it's a beetle, rendering beetle. Interesting to see what the table space this takes up. So I don't mind the single player games. I don't often enough get out there to play multiplayer games. So the single ones are pretty much what I tend to go for these days. That. Don't know what these ones are for. Easy, hard. So I don't know if these ones are the heroes. I presume maybe. Makes sense. So you got 4, 3, 5. So you must have that just for level 1. And then if you level up, you whack that card in. So level 2, so there's all your stats. And then if you level up again, level 3, and you got all your stats. It'll be interesting to see how you progress to leveling up. You got a lot of I guess variety in the heroes. Just standard cards too. They're nothing real special about these cards. Not linen finish. They're just plain cards. So you probably want to sleeve them if you plan on taking this travelling. Okay, so we've got more cards, more hero cards maybe. Level 1. A and B side. Oh yeah. Then you get your level 2s, A and B side. It's like it only goes to a level 2 on your cards by the looks of it. That's those cards, it's your small ones. Then you've got your larger ones here. Oh, what the hell? Oh, let's do that. A lot of the cardboard fluff coming out. Okay, so these look like your actual hero cards. Your discard, items, lost, active. You've got, maybe you've got a complexity. Lets you know, hopefully that might come out. This one says low. You got level 1 cards and level 2 cards. That's nice to know. So who was that? Craig Hart, a bruiser. Spellweaver. Tinkerer. Mind Thief. Those ones all sound like the same ones. Silent Knife. I think that one might be a new one. I'm not sure of that one. I don't remember that one in there. Been in the games, but I do remember the others. Except for the Craig Hart. Craig Hart one doesn't ring a bell. So now we've got your scenario decks. If you don't want to read them, just fast forward it. I'm not spoiling anything. Oh, okay. So that's your map. Alright. Wonder if these go like that. Sit on that. You got the collector. These will probably need sleeving as well, I reckon. Because sort of bowing at the moment. I'm not doing much to them and they're bowing, so they're not, because it's a compact game and everything's stored in that little box. I think that's probably, might be why it's bowing a bit. So you probably want to sleeve these as well, I reckon. They look like just your standard size cards as well. They look like your standard small. Is it standard small? Can't think of the size of those ones. I'm trying to think what other game they're coming out of that size. Writing's, look, it is chock-a-block full of writing there, but the writing isn't really that small. I can make out what that is. That I haven't got the best eyesight, so I can read that. It doesn't look to be that bad. Okay, that's your icon reference. Quite a handy one to have. That's those. So tokens. Let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into the nitty gritty, the minis. How tiny these are. You don't want to go dropping these ones, because I reckon you probably lose them. They are tiny as, like, that's the size of the cube, and that's that. If that makes sense. Let's see if I can throw that there. Like, it is tiny. It's tiny. That is real tiny. That is that will be, excuse my language, but that would be a prick to paint, I reckon. I don't know how I'm going to go with showing that off. That is just tiny. I'll pull it down here. Hopefully, depending on the device that you've got, you might be able to zoom in on that to see the detail of it. And just let me know if it's any good. Because I'd have to zoom in as well to find out what that one is. That's that's freaking tiny. That is just. Let's see if I move that out of the way. See if that's better. Better? I don't think that's better. Definitely requires a are they standing on a button? I think it is a button that they're standing on. Yeah, it is too. There you go. They're standing on a button. So that base there looks like a button. Oh, bloody hell. Let's see if I can get this. That. That. Good luck with the detail on these ones. Two big daggers by the looks of it. And yeah, pretty sure they're buttons. If you have a look there, you can see the little indents, little holes there where you sew the buttons on. That. I honestly didn't know you can do minis this small. I did not know that. Show you the button that he's standing on. Oh, come on. Maybe that'll work. I don't know if that's better or worse. That's really struggling to focus on that. I can sit there. I don't know if that's better or worse. You got two options there. I don't think that'll work. Haven't got anything here. White background. Well, maybe that might work. Let's try that. Nope. Didn't work. That's his button that he's standing on. So I'm going to take a big magnifying glass on that one. The strongest magnitude you've got on your glasses, whatever it is. I think this one's the bomber. It's got a very unique button. This one, it's got some bumpy edges on it. I think she's holding either fireballs or a bomb. You might be able to zoom in, give it a try. Doing my best to get a clear shot for you. They are tiny. I had a magnifying glass there, that might help. So that's it. That's Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs. This is a solo game. I reckon approximately 20 minutes. So if it is 20 minutes, you're looking at a lunchtime game. It'd be quite handy to take it to lunch and play away. So hopefully I can get there, read up on some rules, and get a game out there. Be nice. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Happy gaming.